so let's make our coleslaw. This is going to be a little different than what you normally expect. But anyway, I've got 2 cups of very finely shredded cabbage. I got it as fine as I could get it with a knife. Here in the hotel, I don't have a mandolin that I can cut it with. And I got it kind of packed down a little bit. Anyway, so there's 2 cups of cabbage. I've got about half a tablespoon of jalapeno pepper that's diced up really, really fine. And about a tablespoon of cilantro. You could put more or less, either one. I'm going to put a pinch of salt in here. Now, instead of mayonnaise, I'm going to use La Crema. I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of this in there. And we're going to make this up a little while early. We want it to set for a little while before we eat it. Let everything kind of combine. Anyway, we'll give this a good mix. Alright, so we got everything mixed up really good, and then we're going to put this in the refrigerator for a little while and let everything mingle. Okay, I've got 1 cup of self-rising flour. I'm going to put in one teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to put in half a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to put about a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. This is the ground cumin. We're going to give this a good mix, and then we're going to put this in the refrigerator and let it get nice and cold. Alright, our flour's cold. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some beer in here. It's going to be about 1 cup of beer, plus or minus a little bit, depending on the moisture content of your flour. And then whenever we get this mixed up, we're going to put it back in the refrigerator and let it hydrate for about 5 to 10 minutes. That way there's no dry spots in our flour or our batter. Anyway, I'll mix this up, put it in the fridge. Alright, so now I'm going to cut up my fish. A couple things I'm going to do. This real black dark line, I don't like that. So I'm going to cut that off. Oh, by the way, I'm using mahi today. It's a good firm type fish. There we go. I'm going to cut this kind of into pieces that'll be really good, appropriate size pieces for using in my tacos. Anyway, you see what I'm doing. Okay, so we need to warm up our corn tortillas because make them soft that we can work with them. And what I'm doing here is I'm putting a little oil on my cooking surface. Put them down. And dab a little bit of oil on this other side. When I flip it over, then it'll have some oil. And then we're going to cook these until we get a few spots on each side, and then we'll stack them up on the towel over there. Alright, then when all the tortillas are cooked, set them over here, fold your towel up, and keep them warm. Take our fish, we're going to put a little salt on here, not much. Okay, our batter, as you can see, it's definitely forming bubbles. That's a good thing. Although it looks a little thicker than what I want. So we're going to add a little bit more beer. And we'll dip our fish into the batter. Our oil's hot. Get off most of the excess, but we want a little bit extra on there. It's not going to hurt anything. We're going to put it in the oil. we're going to do is we're just going to keep adding these, and we're going to cook them till they're golden brown on all sides. Alright, and whenever they're nice and crispy and golden brown, we're going to take them out, put them on some paper towels. So let's assemble. Take a tortilla. We're going to lay down a piece of avocado on one side. We're going to put a piece of our fish. Actually, in this case, because it's a small one, we're going to put 2 pieces of fish. Drop my fork, and we're going to put a little bit of our coleslaw right here on the side. And we're going to put that on the plate, and then we're just going to keep assembly lining these things. Okay, so how do they taste? That's the big question. We're going to squeeze a little bit of lime on here. Yeah,